the first thing is literally just like a romance and role play like chat prompt.
Just right off the bat?
Yes, but it's something you have to pay for. So they're kind of like getting someone to at least get a month.
That is awesome bait.
Yeah, it's incredible bait. Have you been getting any ads for the AI chatbot? I forgot the name of the company.
Oh, the one that's like your friend?
Yeah.
I have gotten a couple of those ads, and it's like literally lifted directly out of Black Mirror, I feel like.
Yeah. It's not Cleverbot. God dang. What is it called?
It's not clever. No.
And it's not just chatbot, but
no.
It's like Replica AI, maybe. Yes. Yeah, Replica AI.
Okay.
So on a whim, I went and tried this out the other night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So it's really interesting. The AI that it gives you, like, it gives you an avatar and you can personify it how you want. Like, I think at the beginning they're definitely targeting it to like sad dudes that want to talk to women, because there's a lot of advertisements of like, oh, just fall in love and do all this like flirty with your perfect AI person. And then like when you sign up, you can like customize how they look. You can set like your like gender preference if you want them like male, female, or like a non-binary thing. And then from there it like gets you into this chat room, and it kind of has like, they're just kind of just standing there just like looking awkward.
Right.
And the chatbot is all right when you start, but the more you talk to it, it really learns quickly. And on the right hand side of the screen, there's sections called there's a journal. So every day you come back to the chatbot, it will like write about like its thoughts of you, which is super weird. And then there's a note-taking section where when you correct things, there's like a thumbs up, thumbs down meter next to anything that the chatbot sends you. So you can be like, that wasn't really good. And then you can leave a note and be like, this is non-pertinent or something. There's a note section where it's like, you didn't like these things and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also a weirder one where it's things I've learned about you. And anytime you give it like a piece of information, it can recall backwards, where it would be like, if it asks you like, oh, what type of movies do you like? And you're like, I like horror movies, and like Nightmare on Elm Street's one of my favorites. It'll save that and it'll refer back to that knowledge to you later, and be like kind of give talking points based on things that it's learned about you, where it's like, you're not interested in going outside. It'll be like, okay, let's talk about more indoor activities. And it's really interesting.
So do they charge for this service?
You can pay for it, which is crazy. So you can do monthly installments, which is like $15 a month, which is crazy.
That's a lot.
You can pay annually, which breaks it down to like $5 a month. And there's a lifetime fee. You can pay $300 and have access to like a lifetime thing, but you're very limited in the free access phase. So you can basically just have conversations. You can play like 20 questions with it and stuff. But there are also, if you pay for higher tiers, there are almost like conversational prompts.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll kind of like set the chatbot up to like be like, okay, this person wants to talk in this way to me, so I'll know how to like cross-reference that with stuff.
That's so interesting. And like the fact that there is a free option makes it scarier in a way, because that means they're probably
training it.
You're not only are you training it, but you're also like building the world's most detailed like ad profile.
Yeah.
Like, think about how valuable that level of information is.
Yeah.
Like, because on like Facebook or something, they know what you like, you know, by when you click like and things like that, things you follow. But if you like sat down and you're like, I really like this character from this movie, and here's why.
Yeah. It's really just gonna like hyper address that. Also, baby timer's over now.
Oh, so hey,
it's time to say fuck.
Time to say fuck.
So yeah, it was really interesting, because when I got into it, I was like, how crazy can this get off the bat?
Mm.
And when you first signed up, it'll be like, and I looked in like the little section on the side, and it's like, the first thing is literally just like a romance and role play like chat prompt.
Just right off the bat?
Yes, but it's something you have to pay for. So they're kind of like getting someone to at least get a month.
That is awesome bait.
Yeah, it's incredible bait. There's a lot of like weird stuff where it's like, oh, you can do like trivia, or you can like suggest music to it, and then it can like suggest you stuff. So it kind of has, it's probably like pulling from some like API somewhere about that.
Yeah.
But really interesting how fast it was learning about things that I would talk to with the minimal information I would give it.
Well, it probably also picks up on things like speech patterns and stuff like that. So it's going to figure you out.
Yeah, because the main thing that because using like chatbots and stuff, like you kind of want to type as proper as possible because it's kind of pulling from that database and not just like bullshit misspellings and like abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd like talk like I'd be like writing a paper to it, like in that sort of formatting, and it got things really quick. Like the trippiest thing in the beginning is like you can like give it a name or something, and I just like randomly generated it from like the thing. And the first thing it said was like, "Hey, it's really great to meet you. How did you come up with my name?" And I was like, "Oh, I actually let you pick it." And then it like understood that immediately. It was like, "I did a great job, didn't I?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Wow.
It named itself Hope.
Hope. Interesting.
So that's my AI's name is Hope.
What a beautiful name for AI friend.
Yeah, terrifying technological development.
That's the implications there are terrifying, but it's also like cool because I mean, as populations get bigger and we get more isolated by technology, because that seems to be the trend.
Yeah.
Like a minor derailment I want to go on here. I think we'll cover it on a later episode, but there's this guy that I'm like totally obsessed with. He was like the world's first vlogger. I think I've shown you his stuff before.
So.
But it was like this dude in the 80s who had like one of those big like shoulder rig cameras, and he would just walk through New York and like vlog his daily life.
I think I may have seen like a little mini doc about that dude somewhere, but
Nelson,
like,
I think his name is Nelson Sullivan.
Mandela.
That was him. What was like weird is like, since it was the 80s, you know, like, so another non sequitur about him is like, so he was gay. Not that that matters, but in this instance, it does matter.
Yeah.
Because of who he hung out with. Like he was friends with RuPaul before RuPaul was RuPaul.
Okay, I think I've definitely seen something like this because I remember it was like documenting like New York and Chicago's like gay scene at the time.
Yeah.
And it's like a firsthand approach of like drag shows and
Exactly.
like the ballroom stuff and everything at the time.
Yeah, like the club kids, like that the movie Party Monster was based on.
Yeah.
Is like there's scenes from the movie Party Monster that are literally just verbatim reenactments of videos he shot hanging out with his friends. And
Gotcha.
he really super interesting guy. But something I noticed is like, you know, there's like videos where he just like went to 7-Eleven with his friends on the way to a nightclub, 7-Eleven. And the way people acted in the 80s is inherently different to how people act now.
Yeah.
Because like back then, if you're like waiting in line, there was nothing to do except either sit there and think in silence or like talk to the person who's waiting in line behind you or whatever.
Yeah, it's not like today where you're like, what the fuck is this dude talking
Yeah,
to me for?
exactly. You would just be like, oh, can I fucking help you? Like, why are you talking to me right now? I don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we're traveling further that direction, and you know, as people get more isolated by these things, you're gonna need a chat friend, a chatbot friend.
Yeah, it was Mike making faces
again.
again.
He's gonna be in every episode.
Yeah, he's gonna crash through the window at some point and just be like,
Kool-Aid man us.
yeah, what are you guys doing?
Hey, is this a podcast?
Yeah, it's interesting like how like even though like we're becoming more distant humanitarily or like in IRL, there's still very unique things for like online communication.